Carl Jung began working on man and his symbols after having a dream in which he wasn't speaking to scholars, but to the general public. That dream encouraged him to present his work in a more accessible way. Jung believed this dream came from the unconscious, urging him to revise a conscious decision. He spent the last year of his life working on the book, completing his section 10 days before falling ill. The book explores how humans relate to their unconscious, emphasizing the significance of dreams. It was published posthumously in 1964 and divided into 5 sections, with 4 written by Jung's closest collaborators. In his section, Jung explains how the unconscious communicates through symbols and dreams. Symbols are familiar objects pointing towards something unknown, giving meaning to the inexpressible. Dreams, Jung says, are deeply personal messages from the unconscious. Because our consciousness can't process everything, some experiences become subliminal and shape our reactions unknowingly. Jung argued that primitive humans were more influenced by instincts, while modern humans are overly rational. This imbalance creates internal conflict. The unconscious tries to restore harmony using dream symbols. Jung argued that primitive humans were more influenced by instincts, while modern humans are overly rational. This imbalance creates internal conflict. The unconscious tries to restore harmony using dream symbols. Within the collective unconscious live archetypes, universal patterns like the hero, the mother, or the shadow. These can't be interpreted without understanding the dreamer's full life context. Archetypes only gain meaning when understood in relation to the self. Henderson illustrates how ancient myths display archetypal patterns that still influence modern humans. Today's people often see myths as irrelevant, yet unconscious symbolic meaning hides in cultural rituals like Christmas or Easter. One recurring archetype is the hero. The hero must battle monsters in the dark, which symbolizes self-discovery. His victory leads to inner growth. The hero must confront his own shadow, his darker side, and master it. This leads to ego transformation and rebirth. Hero myths appear when the ego cannot complete a task on its own. These stories draw strength from the unconscious. Von Franz explains individuation, the process of integrating the conscious with the unconscious. It's the path to becoming a whole person. A person committed to individuation often uplifts others too. Jung analyzed 80,000 dreams and noticed recurring themes. Dreams follow a pattern. Certain symbols repeat over time, indicating slow but steady psychic growth. The self, not the ego, is the totality of the psyche and source of dreams. The ego connects us to the outer world and can bring unconscious content into awareness. To connect with the self, one must confront the shadow and anima or animus, the contrasexual aspects of the psyche. The anima is the feminine in a man, the animus, the masculine in a woman. Integration brings inner alignment and depth. This integration fosters authenticity and helps us stay connected to the unconscious in everyday life. Jaffe shows how visual arts express the unconscious through timeless symbols. The artist becomes a channel for deeper forces. She explores history through symbols like the stone, the animal, and the circle, each representing something profound. Stones were used to express spirit, animals to reflect instincts. Accepting our animal side is essential to wholeness. Circles have symbolized unity across cultures. Jung saw them as representations of the self. Modern art often reflects the disconnection of the modern psyche, retreating into intellect, losing touch with deeper reality. Jacobi shares a unique case study. Henry, an introverted engineer who suppresses all irrationality, becoming unbalanced. He depends on his mother and struggles with his anima, leaving him stuck. Through therapy and dreams, he begins exploring his unconscious, overcoming his complexes. He eventually marries and becomes independent, a sign of inner maturity and ego strength. The second half of life involves building a deeper connection between ego and self. Jung believed our greatest adventure lies in exploring the unconscious and forming balance with the self.